Have you been in that situation where you see that you are stuck in an organization for more than 7 to 10 years without growth? You are working in some extinct technology which you know will not have future further. Not only that much, you are dragging yourself to work. You're not excited. You don't find that enthusiasm to reach to office and work. And overall, this creates a lot of stress, and final outcome is your income is not up to the market standards. Well, this was the situation of one of my clients who met me last year with a similar situation. He was enjoying his job, he was stuck in a lot of things, and it was getting stress. So he met me up. What is the solution? How can I grow? And I first diagnosed what is the issue. And after diagnosis, these are the things I found. First and foremost, he was stuck in a comfort zone. In the initial days of his career, he was very excited, the job was good and things were going fine, and he always has the entitlement mentality. He used to believe that the society owes him something, company owes him something. He always believed somebody else is responsible for his growth. He thought organization will invest on his growth. Why would organization do? He thought that manager has to figure out who is the top performer in the organization. Why should he do? He has no time, he is managing 50 plus people. So those things actually created problem for his career. So what I found was he was having entitlement mentality, he was having the problem of comfort zone. Not only that, but he was not growing anymore. He stopped investing. And then when I found this, because of this, he was not communicating well, and communication skill was coming because of his inferiority complex since childhood. Then he was also not able to communicate properly, and because he was not able to communicate properly, his work was never highlighted. So then I started working with this, and I worked with him for around 3 quarters. 9 months I worked with him, and what we worked was like this. So first and foremost, I did an assessment to find out what is his personality type. This is step number 1. And there I found that he is a combination of sensitivity and compliance. Now these two strengths of his, eventually he converted them into his weak areas. And then along with that, his inferiority complex was coming since childhood. So I started working on his mindset and deleted that inferiority complex around. It took us 3 months to start working on that. After that, I started working on his communication skill. That how do you prepare yourself for interview? How do you talk to people? How do you enhance the way your work is being presented in the public? All these things I started training him. So this was another 3 months part. And once this was done, I started preparing him on the emotional intelligence side. Because without emotional intelligence, facing interviews, facing rejections will not be that easy. Then I started working with him that find out an opportunity either in your existing organization, because that is always the first priority. If you do not find any such opportunity, then go for the external organizations. And as we found out after our discussion, that he was not having any scope further in the existing organization, because in 11 years his impression in the organization was that he is not a growth mindset person. So getting an opportunity in the existing organization was not that easy. So then I started working, okay, let's go for interviews. And because he has never prepared for interviews for a long time now, he was scared. And I prepared him that it's okay to go for 10 to 12 interviews without even worrying about getting selected. Learn what sort of questions people are asking, what is your interview pattern. Learn these things rather than worrying about getting into organization. So next 2 months he started working on preparing interviews. He applied for, I said, go to LinkedIn, approach everybody, whichever portals you can find out, approach people and go there. So he was initially very reluctant and very hesitant. We started working together. And in 3 months he gave almost 6 to 7 interviews without clearing any of them. So what was happening in this whole process was he developed certain skill sets of interview handling. And then finally he got a job in Accenture, and he was very happy with unbelievable package of 60% hike. Now my question to you is this: if you are stuck in your organization or somewhere in your career, what is the solution? Are you going to stay like this, dispassionate, frustrated and irritated? Is that your solution? Or you want to find out a solution? If you want to find out a solution, then let me tell you, finding yourself may not be that easy. Why? If you could figure out yourself, then you would not be in that situation. Then you need some external help, and that's where coaching comes into picture. If my expertise can help you grow in your career, I would love to work with you. Drop me a message, let us have virtual coffee, let me understand what is the issue, and if my expertise can help you grow, I would love to work with you. It was great talking to you. I'll talk about my next case study in my next video. Until then, bye-bye.